Welcome to another episode of the Kitchen Table Podcast, hosted by a coach and his lovely, beautiful, gorgeous, sexy, normal, one of a kind wife, E with two E's. How's it going, my love?
Pretty well in the dream.
That's good. That's good. How was your week? Well, before we get into that, I just skipped a step. You can also find us on all streaming platforms. We are live on all major streaming platforms. YouTube at _ I skipped the verse too. At Kitchen Table. Kitchen Table. At Kitchen _table _podcast on all streaming networks. If you get on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, make sure you put in with Coach and V2Es. On YouTube, it's just Kitchen _table _podcast. And on TikTok and Instagram, it's also Kitchen _table _podcast. All right, let's get into it. Like I was saying, my love, how was your week this week?
It was busy. I can definitely say that it was really busy, and it was a little tiring, but I made it through. How was your week?
My week was good, but what you mean you made it through? Like
it was busy. You had a lot going on. You had to do homework. You had to make assignments for work. It was a lot. But once you made it to the end of the day, it's Saturday, or whatever last day you work. For me, it's Saturday. I made it through the week, and whatever else happens after that, they got nothing to do with me because I made it through my week. That's exactly what that means. That's it.
I mean, all weeks are
grateful to make it through.
I can't remember a last time that the week was easy and quick and not hard and stressful.
It wasn't hard or stressful. I wouldn't say that. It was just busy, really.
Busy.
Like, it wasn't necessarily like we didn't know what to do or who was gonna fix it. It was just like, it's a lot. It's just busy, and that busyness tires you physically, mentally, sometimes emotionally. You just be tired, and you be glad you made it through the week, and you ain't taking that into your off days.
But also, I was remember I asked you. I didn't know that you went to go see what's her name? Tammy Franklin, her Franklin's wife.
Yes.
I didn't know. I thought you went to work. Matter of fact, I thought it was this Thursday.
Oh,
yeah, because you didn't. I don't think you said. Well, Wednesday. Was I asleep when you got home? Yes. I don't remember. You didn't say like, "Hey, I'm gonna go." You know, or you didn't say,
I did.
"Babe, I went to that. What was it called?"
Seen you.
But what was it called?
She is.
Yeah, she is. But it was a conference. So you didn't say, it was good. So how did it go?
It was good. It was more of like, I would say I expected just a little bit more out of it than what I got, but it was still knowledgeable. Like, there was nothing in there that I'm like, I could take that tidbit home with me. Like,
but what you mean take that tidbit home with you?
Like if they give you a little bit more. Because in my mindset of what I thought it was going to be which it was a conversation with Tammy, but as like you had preset questions of like, this is how we think this is what we did to get through XYZ, or this is the process. That's not what we got. We got, who is Tammy? We learned about Tammy. We learned about how her and Kirk got together and how they met and how all the things. And, that was good, all fine and dandy, but that's not what I wanted to get out of it, or what, and then like what you would ask your younger self type of question. And I'm just like, okay, that's good. I mean, it was good to learn those things about her, but I didn't feel like I took anything from it.
But is she like a motivational speaker, or is she just this was just a one-time shop type of thing?
I don't think this is a one-time shop type of thing. She does do like conferences a lot and stuff, and she goes to places and She speaks at conferences a lot, but I think this was more of a sit down kind of conversation, like get to know Tammy type conversation instead of more of a what is a she is event.
So I don't think I ever seen her really. I couldn't tell you what she looked like. If I walk past her, I probably just walk right straight past her. If I don't see Kurt Franklin, I probably gonna walk right past her. So what does she look like? Like
she's a short.
I could have pictured that one.
We probably the same height. She about 5'1", maybe 5'2", light skin.
Are you sure you 5'2"?
Woman.
5'2".
I'm 5'1.5". Don't disrespect me. Some people beat you up. But she's a short, light skinned, Black, Hispanic mixed lady.
Oh, she's Hispanic? I didn't know she was Hispanic.
For Latin descent. Some form of Latin descent. Her mama or on her daddy's side or one of them. One of them parents is of Latin descent, I think.
Oh.
I think that's what she said.
I didn't know
Don't
that.
quote me on it.
Well, I ain't never
But she's very pretty. Very pretty. She's got long natural hair. I was like, man, I want to comb my hair out because I miss it now. After seeing everybody's hair, I'm like, man, my hair was that long for years.
Well,
and I miss it. And then I
your hair is long,
it is, but still.
So
it ain't a blowout. 30-inch bust down from a scalp.
First of all, I don't think it was that long. Was it always that long? I don't remember.
Don't disrespect me.
I remember. No, that's cool. Did you so you said that there was a question that like they asked, like, what would you tell your younger self?
They asked Tammy to ask herself what would she tell her younger self? Because it's always what to tell other people, what to tell their younger self, but you never can tell yourself what to tell your younger self. I was like, I know exactly what I would tell my younger self. What? My 19-year-old self? Who?
So who was like the host, or was it it was Pastor?
Pastor Andrea was the host. They both did the talk together.
So was it packed? Like super packed?
It was good and packed.
Women come out for everything nowadays.
And the barbecue was delicious.
It
wasn't none for me to share. It was delicious.
Well, I starved that night. I remember. I remember now.
I forgot because I was like, man, I'm gonna have to go. We're gonna have to buy some of this because it was good. When I tell you, they barbecue tasted like Gates, I was like, I know you ain't from Kansas City, because that turkey.
I think that dude who does the barbecue, I don't think he's from here.
He's not, but it was delicious. I was like, "Ooh, this is delicious."
For people out there who don't know, Texas barbecue
is trash.
It's trash, and the ones who do make good barbecue are not from Texas. They are not from Texas.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. But that's good.
We're gonna have to go to his little barbecue, his food truck.
He got a food truck?
Yes, it's a food truck.
I thought that dude got a regular job too. I thought he did. I met him at the his daughter was the one that got baptized with me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because he had he go from the little mini old school Michael Jackson bob to
not the Michael Jackson bob.
And that's what I think of when I see him. But because he look like he could be at a Jackson 5 looking. When they did the movie, when all over certain colors. That's good. All right.
How was your week?
I said how my week was.
You didn't tell me how your week was at all.
My week is cool. I just go to work so I don't get fired.
This jigger.
Shoot, man, you get to a point now where you just like, hey, man, I'm bringing home money. I don't say nothing. I do my job and I do not say nothing.
Wow.
But my work, this week wasn't tough. It's about to get longer because we just signed like some more big contracts. So for the next probably 6 to 8 months, money's gonna be coming in. So I ain't complaining.
You're inside.
But I think since I've been back picking up cigar smoke, I'm more of a calm. I'm more. It's more. How you want to say it? I'm more. You know what I'm saying. I'm more calm, so I'm more relaxed.
Relaxed.
I'm more. Because I go to the gym in the morning time.
Nonchalant.
So I come home.
Composed.
I come home. I do a little this, do a little that. Go outside and smoke a cigar.
Do a little that.
Well, if we doing like Monday, Tuesday, I'm editing podcast. So hopefully now with this brand new software we have where there's no echo, you know,
Make
and
him stop.
and now we in a better thing. I just there's some things where I was talking to this guy at work. He's the ordering manager. So we like hand in hand, and he makes these like the bag toss thing.
Hacky sack.
Yeah, but he don't. But what he makes is not that. It's another. It's another game. So it's a whole nother game, and so it's like chips. So he makes these boards. He makes the boards for him, and he makes that on the side. And so me and him was talking, and so he probably spent about 10 grand on making these boards. And he don't even know how much money he made back yet. But he sell these boards. He's a great like pitch. So he can make a great pitch.
Okay. So he's a good salesman.
Yeah, so and he builds relationships with a lot of people. He builds great relationships, all the vendors, because he orders from all the vendors.
Mm-hmm.
So all he does is he just when he's ordering, he just talking to them. And so he done sold these boards to all these well-known vendors out here.
Excuse me.
And done put their logo on there and everything. So he went from a turf style board with putting a turf on there to laser and the names and stuff on there. So he sell these boards for like $300 to $500.
Wow.
And so, we was talking and he know we got this podcast going. And one thing he said to me is which calls for the investment is he said, don't think about the outcome of the money. Don't think about the outcome of the money. Think more of the long run. Make it a hobby and make it something fun. So when you make something, if you invest in something that you're proud of and whatnot, then a lot of stuff will change. So that's why I was like, man, hey, we gotta get this. I was listening to our podcast it was the one that came up last Sunday that we aired a long time ago, but we just now
that we recorded and then we aired it last week.
And we aired last week. And so I was listening to it and I was like, man, remember I told you, I said it took forever to edit that podcast.
That episode?
It was so much echo, so much this, so much that. I said, man, that was a whole week project of editing.
Sorry.
And so now I was like, we ain't doing that. And the crazy thing is we invested in, we ain't spent no more than, I think the mics, 140, the new camera, the mics together was $140.
Mm-hmm.
The camera I spent $70.
Okay.
So we looking at $250. If we add the little adapter to it, about $250. So high quality software we using is.
Get this other arm.
I bought that one first with the old mic we had.
You get?
This one came with the mic. Remember I said I bought another, both the mics. If you just bought the mic by itself, the mic was $50-something. When you added the arm to it, it added an extra $17 to it. What you mean? It's the same. This one came with it.
I just didn't remember that the mics had arms, and so
how is
this mic being held right now? Because last time I remember I had to hold it.
I was like,
I'm confused.
That was like 3-4 episodes ago.
No, it wasn't.
We had this one for the past 2 episodes.
I don't think that's true.
Yes,
I don't think
we
that's
had
true.
this for the past 2 episodes. Because remember, I took
There's
I
no
took
way.
back that pod track and that other mic that we, all that stuff. That's been
But we
like
haven't recorded in like 2 weeks.
yeah, we recorded one episode on this
I
one.
don't remember.
Yeah,
I
see,
think because you just had that mic. You had
no,
your arm.
that
I didn't
been
have an arm.
that been
Because I
sitting
was using
there.
the arm of I was using my headphones.
Okay, good. You know the great thing about recording is that we can go back and we can
Bro,
look.
that beautiful bean
We can go
footage.
back and look. But yeah, so this is a great investment. And remember I was telling you we had some when we get to a certain length of episodes and we take a little break, we're gonna do a little upgrade. And so we already at the start of the upgrade. And so, more to come. More to come. All right, more to come. All right. So let's get into some trendies. Since we've been gone, we missed
Not trendies.
trendies.
That was so
Trendies.
I don't know. What's the word? Trendies.
But since we've been
I'm a
gone,
thug.
we missed the episode due to
Well, we put out an episode.
we put out an episode.
We just didn't record any new episodes
due to your husband being so funny that his wife had to have something done, and so she didn't want to be paid because I was so funny, so we had to.
What?
That's what happened.
What?
That ain't what happened.
Man, I don't know what
That's
that
what happened.
insinuating
And
to.
so we miss some good topics.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. We missed some great topics. So we missed the NFL draft.
My bad.
We ain't gonna really go into depth on draft. If you do want to watch a preview of the draft, I have a new segment on YouTube. If you go into our YouTube page at kitchen_table_podcast and you go down and you search one of our playlists called Coaches Halftime Speech, is where you'll get me talking sports.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I
had to do that.
I see his commercial
So-
he just put in there.
So you go check that out anytime you want to. I'm gonna post something probably 2 to 3 times a week, depending on what's hot, what topics is hot. I'm not gonna talk a lot of sports in this podcast due to that my wife don't really care about sports. But she
man.
did bring up an interesting conversation the other day about the draft, and this instant conversation. It's some truth and facts that I'm not for sure about, but since she brought it up, she want to talk about it. I'ma hope that she got her facts right. And if she ain't got her facts right, don't blame me. I'm just the listener. So she want to know, why is it that women can't be drafted till after they graduate, but the men's sports can be drafted whenever they get good and ready? Okay. So I'm going to start off by saying that's false. Okay. In basketball, for the men's side, you could do one and done. Okay. You could do one and done on the men's side for the basketball side. For the football side, you got to stay a minimum of 3 years. Okay. Ain't no 18-year-old, 19-year-old in the NFL that I know of. I don't think any 18, 19-year-olds in the NFL. Most of them are 20. Okay. Look at them grown men out there. 18-year-old get hit by a 25-year-old linebacker. Well, they knocked the wind out that mother. Sure. So on the football side, you gotta stay a minimum of 3 years. For the basketball side, is one and done. Okay, I do know that. But for the women's side, when it comes to basketball, I think they gotta stay 3 years. I don't think they have to stay all 4 years. I'm not for sure. She brought up the conversation, so let's see what you have to say about that.
I'm still working on it.
You still working on? Oh, she didn't have her facts together.
I couldn't find the page that I had the first time.
She didn't have her facts
hey
together.
man, relax.
How you gonna? And then she'll come at me talking about, you ain't never prepared. You ain't never ever prepared.
I was prepared, but the thing that I had disappeared. I think I closed the page.
But I do, while she looking that up, I do want to give a shout out to Don Stanley of the South Carolina Gamecocks, the women's head coach, she got a statue built outside of South Carolina.
Is she white?
No, Don Stanley, she's the black woman.
That light skinned lady?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she got
Does the statue look like her? Because
it looks flawless. And it got her in her championship, what she wore at I want to say like the second championship that they won. I can't remember what outfit it was, but she looked at fly. They had the design from head to toe, perfect. Like you see it, it's like it's dope. And so that's a nice one. And so go ahead. What you think?
So as I was originally he stated, like I said, women can't be drafted into the WNBA until after they graduate college, but men can get on up in there any old kind of way. And it literally states that women cannot generally go into the draft into the WNBA before they graduate a 4-year college, unless they meet particular eligibility standards.
So what are those? What are those standards?
Let's see. You have to be aged. You must be over the must be turning 22 during the calendar year. You must have graduated a 4-year institution 3 months before the draft. You must have graduated a 4-year institution 3 months before the draft. 4 years removed from high school. They are also eligible if they are at least removed from the high school graduation. So they got to graduate from high school. Men don't got to graduate from high school. Men don't have to finish their college degree.
They technically do got to graduate. You can't go to leave without graduating. You can't even go to college without graduating high school. What you talking about?
That's true.
But most of them go, most of the guys go to these little alternative schools and do like be a 5th-year senior. So I get that part. But women, go ahead.
The double standards of that is the problem. Because if you think about the men, they don't have to go through their full 4 years. They can go, I'm gonna be drafted after my freshman year. I'm going pro. I'm about to go pro. And then they get to go into the draft after their freshman year. But women, you gotta go all 4 years to even think about drafting, and you gotta be 22 or older.
Well,
you can't be under 22 to go into the WNBA. That's honorary, and that's not fair. Our standards so high for women, but y'all standards is to the ground. And y'all get paid more. We got to get a whole degree. They got to get a whole degree, and they still make less money. That's crazy.
Well, maybe that's the reason why they need to get the degree.
That's crazy.
That's what they got to think
of.
Half
basketball players, football players ain't got no degrees, none whatsoever. Some of them do, but majority of them Negroes don't. But women got to get a whole degree just to play basketball. Really? What kind of foolishness is that? The double standards of the standards. And y'all think that women shouldn't get so many things we ask for, but we can't even play basketball unless we graduate from a 4-year college and get a degree and shoot and make sure our hair is combed and we haven't been nowhere else. Crazy. That's just unfair.
All right, are you done women-splaining?
I'm gonna spit my water out, but I gotta remember who gotta clean that up.
Okay, so I agree with you. Okay, that's not fair.
You better.
But I would say that the WNBA is only ran for 3 months out of a year.
So
and so that's one thing I think. It's only ran for 3 months, which I believe it should expand, which I believe it will. It will expand over time because now the WNBA is it's starting to get more and more advanced and more support.
Yes.
Okay. So I do believe that the more teams they get, the more games they'll be able to play. So I do get that. and then the money's not there. So you can't pay these women 15 million for 32 games.
Why not?
Because guys are making 15 million for 82 games.
So what?
So, So what you telling me is, if you owning a WNBA team, you only playing 32 games plus playoffs if they make to the playoffs, and you only revenuing for those 32 games, you only revenuing maybe 15, 20 million for 32 games. Now you got dish out 15, 20 million to an athlete. That's why the money's not there, because of the money that's coming in, the revenue coming in. So I believe in the next 5 to 10 years, they're gonna have a new player bargain where it's gonna allow them to extend the games out to more than 32 games, at least 50. But it's also, in order to do that, they're gonna need at least 2 to 5 more teams. Okay, you're gonna at least need at least 2 to 5 more teams. All right. So I do believe that will happen.
But what they got to do with how much they getting paid? Women don't get paid diddly squat. They get paid, the max is like 500 and some odd, maybe no, like $250,000 annually.
Well, that's not some of them, because some of them sign. It's some women out there that sign.
The max contract for a woman is $500,000 is a max women's contract.
Okay, but
a man's max contract is what? The minimum for a men's contract is $5 million minimum. So why can't women get a $2.5 million minimum?
Well, like I said,
it don't matter if I'm paying for 6 weeks or 22 weeks. I still got to pay all these people out of $250,000. Woohoo! That seems like a lot of money. But after you break down their living arrangements, if they got kids, if they take care of their brothers and sisters, you taking their money out. But and then you got to pay a certain amount for like stuff for your, what's them people called, your manager, and all those people. Them peoples, you paying them 10, 20% or whatever. So now you only bringing home $160,000. But how you gonna live? I mean, I live.
I get you.
But men get paid a minimum $5 million. That's 2 zeros, 3 zeros more.
I get you, babe. Trust me, I understand. I'm not knocking it.
But what you saying is we don't work enough to get the amount of money that.
That's not what I'm saying.
You said we only working 32 weeks out the month or 3 months out the year, and y'all working 7. Hoo.
No, what I'm saying is that there's 32 games. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. At a women's basketball game, a WNBA. Okay, if they are selling out stadiums, like the remember we went to the LA Sparks game.
It was a good game.
It was a good game, but we got those tickets for like 20-something bucks, and we had good ass seats. You see what I'm saying? And it wasn't nobody up in there for real. But that was, but you check it, that was what, 8 years ago. It was our 1 year anniversary. So that was 8 years ago. But now they are selling out arenas. They are packing out arenas. Okay, so they are packing out like the Las Vegas Aces. They got their own stadium. They're packing out that stadium. So they was able to sign that head coach to this big old deal. And they was able to sign a Jaya Wilson to a major deal. Okay? Because they're making the money. The money is coming in for those owners to be able to dish out the money. Okay? So once it get to that point where the stadiums are being packed, they can start selling these tickets, instead of selling for $65 to $100, they can start selling these tickets for $200-$300. And now they got the money coming in where the owners can pay these women. I believe in the next 5 years, 5 to 10 years, you're going to see somebody with $1 million, with a a $10 million contract in the WNBA, and $10 million they sign a 5-year deal for $10 million, and they can be making $2 million a year. I can see that happening, and then 15 years down the road, now I can see these women making signing a $20-30 million contract, and I can see them going from 32 games to 60 some games to 70 some games. I can see that in the near future, but right now they not making enough money to dish out right now. That's the only thing I'm saying. Eventually, why you rolling your eyes at me?
Because
I'm just saying,
the owners got the money.
Yeah, but
the owners got the money. Pay the players.
How much you think
they own
a team
other stuff?
costs?
I don't care.
Yeah, but if they got money going there, babe. If I buy,
I know they got a giant budget per team. They probably got a $60 million budget per team, or whatever.
It's probably I don't know if they got a cap, but they probably got a cap on who they can pay. Yeah, they probably do. But the thing is that you got as an owner, you not just playing the players. You got to pay the coaching staff. You got to pay the towel boy, the towel girl, the people to clean the stadium, the people to work in the stadium. You got to pay all these executives, these camera crew, the people who are over the film rooms.
Well, we know you got to pay all them people. But dang, the WNBA and the NBA, they cousins. Yeah, but technically they siblings. So why the NBA can't slide over a little extra cash? Don't be selfish.
It don't work like that, nigga. What you think? I ain't giving them no. If I'm giving you money, that means I'm owning that team. I ain't about to give this other rich man no money to pay. No,
exactly, rich man.
But the thing is, the NBA is making because the NBA is selling tickets for $300, $400, and when you get to the playoffs, you talking about tickets going for $1,000, and so then you talking about teams are selling out. These teams are selling out games to come see. That's why LeBron can still make at 21 years, 22 years in league, he can still make $15 million because every game, home game, away game, he's bringing in at that stadium is bringing in
because
15,
people want to see 20. If he gonna fall.
He ain't gonna fall. It's LeBron James. His time is catching up to him, but people still want to see LeBron James.
And there's people there who also want to see if he gonna fall.
And you already know if LeBron say that this is his last year. You think I'm paying one of my credit cards to cut up? No, nigga, I'm paying one of them credit cards to buy sideline tickets. I'll be right there. I'll be there by myself. Be like Mike Cal on my wife and kid. Bron. Be walking around. All right, I got my Bron. Look, I got the Zoom ones on Bron. Come on, what you think this is? Boy. Hey. But nah, I'm with you. I don't think like they got to stay there 4 years. I know they had to stay there 4 years. That's news to me. Yes. Okay, I thought they had to do a minimum of 3. But I mean, I'd rather my daughter at this time, if she's in college playing basketball, get your 4 years because you only gonna play.
Got no choice.
You only gonna play 32 games out the year. I rather you get a degree over here, and then in the off season, you find a job where you can able to still train, and still make money. Okay, you can be able to do something that would allow you to be able to triple your value, get some type of deals and all this other stuff. Cause you got women got shoes out. Okay. It's three women right now that I know of that got their own Nike deal. Okay.
Are they cute?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Ajaya Wilson's shoes, if I'm saying the name right, hers is pretty nice. That one chick, Sabrina or Sabronis, or I can't think of her name, up in New York Liberty. Her shoes is good. The shoes I know that are ugly. Oh man,
get on my nerves.
These shoes, it's like I know Reebok trying to make a comeback.
They are.
Shaq signed. What's the chick out of Dang, forgive me.
Shaq?
Huh?
Jackson.
Yeah, he signed the one basketball player. I can't think of her name, but I just don't. I kind of like her shoes. I mean, I'm glad she got a shoe deal because she signed a big shoe deal with Reebok. but I'm glad she got a shoe deal. But I can't think of her name right now. But her shoes, I mean, for women, I think, yeah, they should go support her shoes. But yeah, but yeah, Shaq's, I think, yeah, it was with Reebok. Was it with Reebok? I can't think of her name. But yeah, they should go support her.
I want to see the shoe because I can't support an ugly shoe. Because why you want to buy a shoe that's ugly?
I can find it. Angel Reese. They called her Shaq Nisa, Shaq Nasha. I don't know. SHAQNOSIS. And I don't really like those. But like I said, big ups to her. I mean, they going for 150, so big ups. These are nice though, right here though. I mean, some of them good. I ain't gonna lie, these right here are good. The Orlando, but those are Shaq's though. But yeah, I mean, but big ups to her. She did something.
Them classic leathers, them is cute.
And so that I'm not gonna hate. I think the ones I like these
those classic leathers.
I just don't like these. But I mean, they selling out too. You get them in. They got them in all the.
Because those classic leathers, I cop those light blue ones. Yeah, I'd grab those.
Yeah.
I would.
So they selling out. If I'm on Reebok.com.
Them is cute.
They got all the big sizes are showed up because these shoes look like they're for women with big feet. Oh, because all the women's 10 and a half, which is a 9 in men, 10 and a half, 11 and a half, all the way up to 16 and a half in women. Woman was 16 and a half. But Angel Reese, like, she probably about, because I think Angel Reese is about 6, she probably about 6'2", 6'3". So she probably wears about a 11 and a half or 12. But so like I said, big ups to her. No disrespect to her. She out here getting her thing, getting her hustle on. So I can't knock it. I ain't gonna knock it. Somebody do want them. I don't think I will wear them, but I think that we always can find somebody who wants them. Somebody say they want them, I'll buy them for them.
Me, right. Your wife.
You want some? Okay. All right, I'll buy them for you. I don't know when you ever gonna wear them.
I will. I want those classics.
But yeah, so. Yeah, that was a good. I like that talk, baby. That was nice.
Thank you.
You came up with a good topic right there. Now we gonna switch over to what I believe. Some people gonna hate. Some people gonna say I'm hating. Some people gonna say you don't know good stuff when it slap you in the face. But I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it proud. Sinners was.
Don't you say the T word. Don't you say the T word because it wasn't the T word.
I ain't gonna say it was trash.
That's not the T word I thought you was about to say.
Terrible?
That's the T word I didn't want you to say. It
wasn't terrible. I would say this. It was great acting.
It was great acting.
Was phenomenal. Okay, I will say that. The acting was phenomenal.
It was good. I enjoyed it. It had some jump scares, but it was good. That story, Buddy Guy's story, is basically what it was based off of.
Off of who?
Buddy Guy. Oh my God. He didn't watch the movie. He needs to watch the movie again, apparently.
Buddy Guy? Who is?
Yes, he is a jazz player.
That's a real person?
Yes, he is a real person. He was.
So that happened to him in real life?
That's his story, that he thinks he sold his soul to the devil. Yeah.
So he got that scar on his face?
That's his scar on his face is real. Yes.
So you telling me the devil's living in Mississippi?
Well, I hope not.
That's why I don't let these solicitors in my house. That reason alone. They talking about, can I come in? Hell no. Not in my house.
Hey, absolutely not.
Hell no.
Stay behind the door.
Yeah.
What you want?
You ain't crossing over this threshold.
Absolutely not. It was good to me. I enjoyed it. I feel like I need to watch it again because there's some parts in it that I was like, hold on, wait, what happened? And it went so fast. So I feel like if I could watch it in the comfort of my own crib and pause it and go, hold on, wait, what just wait a minute? And then be like, okay, I can rewind that and go back. I feel like it had the story that it was telling was like, it wasn't going back to, hey, he grew, of course, he grew up in the church. His daddy was a pastor. We get that part. It wasn't like a lot of people are saying that that's the reason. That's how the movie was supposed to be God-centered, but that's not what the aspect of it was. He was saying he sold his soul to be a star. I'm a star. Buddy Guy is that guy. He was in the movie at the beginning and at the end.
Where was he at the beginning? I missed that.
The first, like that first pre-start of the movie, he was in that first before the, and then the movie started,
Like,
and then at the end of the movie, he was
like
in there.
the intro part.
Yes,
Before.
yes.
But I don't remember. I don't remember.
It was also very late when we decided to go see this movie.
Yep.
So I feel like he didn't retain a lot of it because he was tired.
I don't like scary movies. And I wasn't expecting it to be vampires. Okay, I wasn't expecting it to be vampires.
I felt like that vampire aspect of it was good. I like that because I like vampires and dragons.
What's the dude name?
Buddy Guy.
Buddy Guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know nothing about no Buddy Guy guitars. Yeah, I you know when I was watching that movie, you know what I seen? I seen From in the future. That's what I seen. If you haven't seen From, okay, From is a TV show on, I don't know what channel, what show From comes on.
I think it come on Hulu. I think it's a Hulu original.
It's a Hulu original? No, it's a Prime.
Oh, Amazon Prime.
Amazon
original.
Prime. All right. From is with that dude Harold from Walking Dead, and off of he was on what's the boy when they got married?
Married.
No, what Terrence Howard and yeah, you know what I'm saying. Best Man. He was the black man off of Best Man. Okay. He was on all the Best Man movies.
He was the one with the wife as the girlfriend of the stripper.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you ain't never seen From, go see From. If you watch From and then you go and watch Sinner, you gonna be like, hold on now.
Cause yeah,
it's like From was the Sinner is the beginning of From, because the From happened in the 2000s. That was based in the 2000s. It was basically this town that was built by these people, and they would these families was on their way home or whatever, and they take a detour off the highway and they go around through this community. When they try to go back out, the road that they came on is blocked off, and so now they're in this community. They trapped in this community. They can't get out. And the thing is that these vampires come out at night. So I'm getting chills right now just talking about it. These vampires come out at night, and they don't come in unless you invite them in. They know your name. They know everything about you. They talk like your grandma. They talk like your mom, your dad. They look like them, about all this stuff. And if you open the window, you open the door, then they eat you.
They do.
Just like the movie Sinner. They would not come into the house unless you invited them in. Yeah. If you don't invite them in, they don't come in. It's like when you invite them in, it's like you're welcoming them in to eat you. And that movie would go hand in hand. And people like, what? The storyline of it.
They do. It lines up.
It lines up.
It do. From those old vampires from, 1990s, as in the movie in the 1990s when, Buddy Guy was on his last leg. And then...
Oh, he already dead? No, he was in the movie. You said he was on his last leg.
Of the touring. He was on his last leg. In the movie, he was at his...
Oh, so that, okay.
So in the movie, he had just finished his performance, and he's sitting at the bar. He was on his last leg of the tour. And so
did that really happen in real life? The people came back to see him? Okay. I'm just saying. You never know.
he that's what he felt like happened.
Okay.
That's what he felt like happened.
So did he give himself back to the Lord? He still worshiped the devil?
He never worshiped the devil. He just wanted to play rock and music. jazz music,
Okay.
music. Come on,
So, yeah,
play the
that-
music to make me do the dance.
So people go, go support it. It was, I ain't gonna say it was bad. The acting was good. The storyline up was a little iffy for me. I did not expect the vampires. I did not expect
felt
that.
like it should have been a little bit more. It should have went into a little bit more detail in some areas of it. I feel like but since it was really telling his story, I'd want to hear the story of the twins by themselves.
And then also I thought those Indians in the beginning were gonna be the one to come save the day.
What Indians?
You remember when the dude ran into the house the first time?
Oh yeah.
I thought they was gonna be the one to come save the day.
They was like, nah, y'all niggas on your own.
Yeah.
But he said, you don't want them in your house after dark. Don't invite them in. Please let the man out. And they didn't put him out. And now the sun went down and he killed them people and turned them into vampires. And then they went and killed all. But hold on. So my thing is, when all those people left the juke joint, juke joint, because they was like, y'all got to get on up out of here.
They got killed.
Yeah. But they was all like, how fast did the vampires get to all of them? Because they got all of them, and it was only 3 of them at the time.
But you remember that dude was flying. I think you missed that part when the girl got first. You had went to the bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew she was gonna get got. So I just was like, man, you raggedy bro. Like, why your dumb self want to go outside and be captain? I'm saving the day, girl. I'm passing.
See, the thing is that I want to make this story feel like this really happened.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, because I know his little sisters are still alive, brothers and sisters. Like, what they saying?
Listen, that's a good question. Did they reach out to them to get their feedback, or was this just his take on it? Maybe it was just his take on it, that how he felt like he sold his soul to the devil, and how that night went, and how he left his parents' house. It's like, hey, everybody did.
I don't know, because this man is what? Let's see how old he is. He 88 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's still married. Oh no, he not. He ain't married no more. But don't have nothing about his family on here though. He got divorced in 2002. Yeah. So I don't know. I was wondering. But this is a white woman that popped up. That ain't who he got married to. Oh, Jennifer guy. They just put some. It might be a Jennifer guy, because that lady looked like she was born in 1991. He got on here that they was married from 1991 to 2002. And so I wonder if he got kids, or if he talked about his thing.
He got kids.
He got kids? Okay. But yeah, that's so go see it, go watch it. I know that movie been out for about 2 weeks now, but I mean, it's still hitting the charts.
Yes.
But go watch From first, and then go watch it and tell me what you think. I guarantee y'all gonna say the same thing if they ain't already saying it. All right, so and we want to get into some more conversation with Coach and V2E's, the lovely V. Lately me and my wife been having some talks, married talks, married conversations, and what they call it. I mean, it's been, on the husband side, it's been confusing, because the husband's been very confused on the wife, but that's the part of being married, because you know, women always are confusing.
I'll beat you up.
And so lately, like I said, I got back into cigar smoking, and I took some years off smoking cigars, but I got back into it because now I got the free time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And so today I was outside smoking, because it's been 75 degrees all weekend, which is lovely. Lovely. No flies, no nothing. Just straight cool breeze. And so I was outside today watching Law and Order. I watched both Law and Order things I was watching. And, I was just sitting there and I was listening to one of our albums when we first started dating. You remember when I made you spaghetti and I bought you the dozen donuts? It made you spaghetti, fish, and dozen donuts on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
You remember that?
I do.
All right. You know.
Fried spaghetti I ever had. Man, it's
And I was
like,
out
you
there.
only use one jar of sauce? What is going on
I
here?
ain't know. I ain't know. But, I was out there and I was thinking, coming up with this, like, trying to understand my wife. And so, I came with these 5, what I believe are 5 successful marriage, like, I don't know how, I ain't come with the top yet. And 5 things to help a marriage grow and be successful and healthy. All right, that I believe that a lot of people need to follow or learn to follow. Okay, because remember what I said yesterday, what you put into a marriage is what you get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not putting in these 5 things into a marriage, I'm 100% sure you ain't gonna get these 5 things out of it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And so so these are top essentials that I think that we need to foster into a healthy and lasting marriage. All right. The number 1 thing on that list is, you need to write these things down. Or are you gonna play it back and take notes later? Okay, you take notes later. This ain't church. It might be. I got a little scripture in there. But number 1 is love. Love is that's everybody should know. Love is the foundation of a marriage. It provides emotional connection and with a sense of belongings. That's right. Yeah. It has a sense of belongings. So love is number 1. You have to have love. That's the number 1 foundation of a marriage is love.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2, what I believe is respect. Respect involves valuing your spouse's opinions, feelings, and decisions, even when we don't agree with each other. Or if you don't agree with your spouse, you still have to value their opinions. That's very, very important,
Mm-hmm.
because it'll help you grow. Am I moving too fast for you?
Mm-mm.
Okay. And then number 3 is communication. All right. So being open and honest. Communicating is crucial because it resolves conflicts. You have to be able to resolve conflicts by communicating with each other, okay? Share your emotions and so forth. So you gotta be able to, share your emotions and hold on.
Is that my mouse?
No, I got this one word. Share your emotions and it helps build intimacy. All right, through communication. All right. Got me? Number 4, loyalty. Am I boring you? No. Loyalty. Loyalty involves being faithful. So you be faithful to your spouse, both emotionally and physically, and it stands by them through thick and thin. So, you gotta be with your spouse through loyalty. You gotta stick by them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you gotta stick by them no matter what they going through in life. You gotta stick by them. All right,
Mm-hmm.
support their in their ups and downs. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, and then the last one is, which I feel is very important to tie everything together,
Mm-hmm.
is forgiveness. All right, forgiveness is essential for resolving conflicts and moving forward. Because if you don't allow yourself to heal through forgiveness, 99% of the time, whatever you're arguing about is going to always come back because neither one of y'all forgave each other for whatever y'all did. Okay, so you have to forgive. It helps allow the hurts or emotions to heal, and it helps allow you to maintain a healthy relationship. All right, you like that?
Yes. The only one that I would make adjustments to is the just love, because love is not an emotion, it's an action. So you have to choose love. So you're choosing to love me every day, all day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You're not, so love is action, not an emotion.
But it's a foundation of a marriage, though.
Because you're choosing it. You have to choose every day, because love is a choice. So you don't have to, you could be like, I don't love you no more, girl. Two fingers to the sky, Chris Brown or something.
But don't you think if I don't love you no more, you're
exactly.
going to the foundation
so you're
of the
choosing
marriage
to love me.
But
You have to choose to love
you have to choose,
the person
but you
that
build,
you're with every day.
But you built a strong love, though. over time. That love is
Yes, but you
unbreakable.
still have to choose to every day to continue to build that.
Yes.
Not every. Some days you
But
could be
so
like, "Oh, I love you, but I do not like you."
yeah, but that's why that foundation, that's why it's the foundation, because if I don't love you anymore, that foundation is broken.
Well,
And
yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's
all I'm saying.
yeah.
I get the love
Okay.
part. I'm just saying you just have to choose
Choose to
to
love.
love me every day. That
Okay.
it's a choice.
I
That's what I'm just
got you.
saying. That's all I was saying. I still
And
agreed with your chart,
anything
but
else you want to add to it?
no,
That
everything
was
else was good.
lovely.
I enjoyed that.
All right.
It was
And
very informative
formative,
as usual.
But then I also, cause we had, so yesterday, I ain't gonna go into deep depth, but I said I was confused. My wife was confusing me yesterday, and so I did some self reflecting, some reading, some understanding, and so now I came up with some things that as a husband you have to what we have to do as husband, we have to learn things, we have to learn to maintain a healthy relationship. Okay, because a lot of stuff, it do be the husband not doing things. It's still respect. You still got to respect, you still got to communicate. Okay, those are the top two, and then when you get to three, this is very important that I really didn't realize that was I was lacking. Okay, is emotional support. A lot of us don't give that emotional support that is needed as a husband all the time. Okay, even when you don't think that they need the emotional support, or sometimes they be going through them changes, and you like, well, I don't want to get bit right now.
I'm gonna punch you.
you like you like but even if you're scared to get bit, okay, we still have to be emotional support. Your wife needs to know that you're there for her emotionally, whether she's going through a difficult time or simply needing someone to talk to. This can involve just giving offering words of encouragement, which I try to do. My wife don't like my words of encouragement, but it's things that they need, which I'm learning the right words to say through words of encouragement. Um, and
Baby.
and, and being a supportive listener, and
Mhm,
showing empathy towards our feelings. All right,
mhm.
those things as husbands that we have to learn how to do to keep the marriage healthy. And then four is affectionate. There are times where we only show affection when we trying to get laid. But we have to start showing our love and affection through physical touch, not only through physical touch, but the pastor talked about something today, words of affirmation. We have to learn what's the five love languages.
Mhm.
Once you learn your love language and you learn their love language, now it's time for you to start learning how to love them the way that their love language is required. That they how you say it?
That we expect to be
Love.
loved.
Okay.
You want to be loved in the language that you
You
like
there you
mean.
yes.
I want my love language, you to love me in my love language, and me to love you in your love language.
Amen. And so we have to learn how to do that. All right. And giving quality time is very essential for maintaining a romantic connection. That's
Mhm.
something that we have lacked over the years, because the only thing we do with quality time now is cuddle. And sometimes it right now is
Look,
cuddling.
it's not a cuddle right now.
Yeah, it gets too hot. And then
It
it
gets too hot. I'm
it get too
serious.
hot fast, and then only person that's comfortable is the woman. I am not comfortable with
Man, skip you. I don't
Ain't
be
that-
comfortable sometimes either.
Hey.
Sometimes when you gotta be comfortable, my arm has to be folded like that chicken arm in order for
Hey.
me to be comfortable.
That's
You to
why I
be
like. That's why I
comfortable.
like being a little spoon.
You would always be a little spoon.
Because hey, you could wait, you could get yourself uncomfortable to get comfortable. I'm still gonna be comfortable. Hey, when I'm uncomfortable and she comfortable, I can't move.
Stay right where you at. Your
Yeah.
comfort is not my
It's
concern
not-
right now.
Sure ain't.
I need to fall full asleep, and then you can go on away
Yeah, that's
after
all they
I'm
worry
falling
about.
asleep. So I gotta be comfortable for that amount of time. That's all I'm saying.
That's all that matters. It's cool. All right. And then 5, family involvement, actually being participant. Some fathers are participant. Nowadays, fathers are more actively involved than they were in the past, because now they understand that women nowadays are working women. So you have to be more involved with childcare, running errands, chores, doing etc. Because I don't really like cleaning house. I don't really care for it. I mean, you keep the house clean so you ain't got to clean it. But sometimes we be lazy, and so the shit get everywhere. But as time goes, I find time to clean up. It's the little things, but it's the little things that keep the wife happy. They say happy wife, happy life. It's those little things that is needed.
Yeah.
All right. Did I miss anything?
No. We stop reading word for word.
I was improvising. No, if you look at I only got just the topics. I don't have anything word for word. I learned that from my brother. He told me to write stuff down. So I wrote it down, nigga.
Rude.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then I came across this, and we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, remember? And I couldn't find it then, but I found it. I found it the other day. When we talked about the head of operation, you got God, man, women, and child. I found it in the scripture. So people can't be out there, you lying. No, it's in 1 Corinthians 11:3. It says, but I want you to know that the head of every man is Christ. The head of every woman is man, and the head of Christ is God. So it's God, Christ, man, and woman. A husband is a laborer. A husband is a lawyer. A husband is a learner, and a husband is a lover. Okay, that's what a husband is supposed to be. God created woman out of man, and he created man out of the image of God. Okay. And so women can't be man, and man can't be woman. If you want to do that stuff, that's on you. I ain't getting it that far. I ain't going down that road. You ain't better cancel me before we even get to 15 followers.
Listen, cancel him. Okay.
You ain't about to cancel me. I don't care what y'all do.
I ain't say none of that.
I don't care what y'all do. Don't bring it to me.
I ain't say none of that.
What y'all do?
I ain't say none of that.
I don't care. Hey, you got to live your life the way you want to live your life. If you want to live your life, you want to be this, you want to be that, that's your life. That's between you and God. Not between you, me, and God. You and God.
He digging. Just stop.
All right, I'm out. I'm out of that. Get out of that. Get out of that. Shoot, that's a battle. I can't win that one.
Please.
I don't know shit about it.
Jesus, make them
Take
stop.
the wheel, Lord. Help me.
Me, Lord. Cause
All
he's driving me crazy.
It's on you.
Are we going into the differences between sacrifice and compromise?
If you want to.
Okay.
Because I gave you a spiel, so you can you can talk about that. Because I gave you spiel.
You gave me your spiel?
Yes.
I didn't get that part, but okay. So you placed in the docket that you wanted to know the difference between sacrifice and compromise. And I took that upon myself to even though I know that the difference between what the difference of sacrifice and compromise is, I took it upon myself to go and fully look deeper into it to give you a full synopsis of sacrifice and compromise, right? So sacrifice is typically involved with something vulnerable or something important to me or to you, and we give it up at the sake of like me. Like I said 6 weeks ago, I was like, hey babe, what do you plan on sacrificing for the next 6 weeks? Since I'm sacrificing my mind, my body, my mental, and my sleep physically, right? So you said nothing. And wait, no, wait. You said
what I
I'm
said.
sacrificing being able to bleep bleep you. Is what he said. And I was like, that's not a sacrifice because we're
That
both
is.
giving that up. So that's not technically a sacrifice on like one person giving the sacrifice. It was just me giving the sacrifice at that time for, as they would say, the greater good of someone else's outcome, which is what a sacrifice is. But a compromise in itself would be one of us is eventually gonna meet in the middle and say, okay, babe, I will sacrifice, I don't know, refrigerator time. I wasn't really thinking about giving you a sacrifice. I would compromise, like, hey, you want me to sacrifice something for 6 weeks? How about I compromise with you and I sacrifice something for 2? Or for the last 3 weeks, instead of giving myself this, I'm gonna buy you that. That would be nice, but that's not what I want you to compromise or
Okay, 'cause
sacrifice.
I'm about to say
Because what I want you to compromise with me or necessarily sacrifice is I downloaded and I purchased this app called Paired. Okay. When I purchased this app, I had the mindset of I've been watching the amount of videos that they have and the amount of conversations that they get out of this app from partner to partner, comparing our conversations, right? And so I just want you to sacrifice 5 to 10 minutes a day to complete the 3 tasks on the app. That's all I need from
so
you.
why does that have to be a sacrifice?
Because when I asked you if you've completed or have you done it, you say, oh, babe, I was working. Or, oh, babe, I've been doing this. Or because I've asked you, babe, did you do that? And you was like, oh, I was working.
I think you only asked me one time, though.
But
It's an all-day task. I
well,
usually
it's
do
not
it.
an all-day task.
Well, I mean, I have all day to complete it. So usually I do it when I get off work. You are able to do it while you at work or during the daytime when you off work. I have to do it when I get off work, when I'm in the bed, and that's usually when I do it. Sometimes I do it when I'm at work on my downtime. Remember, a couple times I did it. I answer the quizzes when I'm just sitting there, but some of them I have to wait. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's not just answering the quizzes. It's 3 questions. You usually only answer like one of them. You don't answer all 3 questions.
Okay, you're gonna have to show me that then, because I only thought it was only it give me a little, it have that little notification at the bottom. I just click that and I go down everything that's highlighted.
Go to home.
Okay, well, first of all, you ain't showing me how to work the damn thing. I'm just been working. When you answer something, it pops up, give me no notification. I click enter, I click it, and then I go to it and I do it. If I ain't got time to do it, I wait till I get home and I just click on the button that you answered and I answer that with whatever you answered.
I figured that it sent you a whole link. I thought you would go through the tour when you opened it up.
It didn't give me that.
And it showed you how to answer the questions.
It didn't give me that.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
I will
just
go.
asking for that 5 or to 10 minutes to answer those 3 questions and maybe add a little feedback in them. Just so, like, I know, like, oh, you answered this because this, and then the whole purpose of the app is to spark conversation. And so in order for us, as you said before, that we're trying to build and work on our conversation skills. So in order for us to do that, we need to have a little bit more than the one-liners that we're getting from you during this process.
So I'm gonna give you one-liners?
Yes. You don't even make it all the way to all 4 hearts. You just make it to the first heart, and that's it.
Well, if I wasn't doing it right, I'm sorry, because I didn't know what I was doing. But that will allow, because I thought about, like, why won't we bring up that in one of the topics to talk about what we can discuss and stuff like that? But I didn't know. I was just answering questions. I didn't know how. No, only one time I went through one line. The other times I went
Yes.
through it was only one time. The last one that we did. I didn't do the one today.
It's
But when I did when I
Wednesdays.
did the one yesterday, and that's why I was confused when he came home. I'm like, what nigga, I did that? And then you answered, oh, your gift. I answered my, because my gift was only a one line gift. You answered all hearts because you put it there, the question and the answer.
Question and the
You
answer.
said, well, what I would give for, I see, that's the cheat. You cheat the system.
It's you putting that in there because you're putting more thought into your answer.
Okay.
And I get your answer. It was a great answer, but I would like,
You want it to be thoughtful. Okay, I get you.
Yes.
I get you. Yeah, so you technically ain't show me how to do it. You just sent it to me.
Because I thought you were gonna take the tour.
Heck, babe, I've been trying to read that book on that couch for months.
But your phone be in your hand.
I am, because now I ain't gonna lie, because I'm sitting there adding this as we go.
Oh.
So
well,
then
look at him.
I can be able to
fancy.
have more time to now I can have time to be able to read, because I was trying to have time to read, spend time reading instead of spending time in front of the computer. On the 2 days that you're here, when you off, Monday, Tuesday, I can be able to put more time into reading, more time into you after you do your homework and stuff. So that's why this is a blessing in disguise, because Lord knows that we need to spend more time together. Okay? Don't you? Yeah.
I agree.
I agree too. So, I mean, but you come, you tell me, if you show me how to do it, what needs to be done, then I'll make sure I do it. Try not to expect it done until at least before I go to bed. Okay?
That's fine. I
Okay.
just
'Cause sometimes
want to
I
be
can do
able
it.
to, when the end of the week comes and it does our end of the week little recap, and it tells us what we should be working on, what is one of our strengths, and all the things. I would like it to be a full replay and not just my answers because you didn't answer 4 out of the 7 days. All the questions.
Technically, I answered. It showed me a 5-day stretch. So it sent me the thing today
So you
saying,
have 5-day stretch, so you answered 5 out of the 7 days.
well, you didn't do it until Tuesday.
I just started on Monday.
Okay, so that means
So
I answered
Monday,
today.
Tuesday,
Did I answer
Wednesday,
yesterday?
Thursday.
No, I did answer
You
yesterday.
answered one question from yesterday. You didn't answer the other 2.
Because I was waiting on you to send it don't allow me to go into none until you submit yours.
You can submit yours first, and then I submit
I can't.
mine. Well, you should be able to. Like,
Okay, well, I'll go in there and look. But yesterday when
because I answer
didn't,
all the questions. I do that in the mornings.
okay,
That's what I do. I get up and I open it up after I have my toilet time or my time. And then I open it up and I go, what questions do you have for me today? And you can like customize it when you go through it. Like, these are the questions that I feel like we should ask, or I want answers to. It's like you can customize our conversations to get to actually what we want to talk about. Like, it was also one that I thought you was going to answer the other day. And then I was like, wait, did he? And then I had to look at the thing this morning. I was like, he didn't even complete that. So
hold on, which
why
one
would
was
he
that
do
one?
that?
Which one was that one?
From last night. Yesterday's it was your kink level, and you didn't
I didn't
you
see
didn't
that
answer
one.
that one, and I was just
It got
like,
me with
whoa.
the one with the grab the booty and the. I was like, what? Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
we can go over. We can make sure we go over that the next time. Okay, the next Sunday, take notes of what questions are asked. I'll take notes so we can go over it. We ain't gonna blast their name out unless you find up their affiliation where we can get a tag, and then we can post a tag in here, and then we get people to click on it and do that. So if you missed the name, you missed the name. I ain't gonna tell you the name because they ain't giving us no moolah.
Childish. I said the name too.
You did
You
say
gotta
it,
watch
but
it. You gotta go back.
if you missed it, you missed it. All right. And so also, you got this other challenge for us. It's a 6-week challenge of listening to our favorite albums from the 90s. Why gotta be 6 weeks? That's a long time.
Because 6 weeks, it gives us a conversation piece for our podcast.
Okay.
That we can have something to go over a consistent 6 weeks basis.
Okay.
And then that'll give you the opportunity, like, oh, even if we didn't have a lot of stuff to talk about, but we do have this, we still on our 6-week challenge. So it gives that option. And as well, I also only have 6 weeks left of school of this quarter. So I felt like I've been planning, like, what I want to listen to, because I'm like, I bounce in between like a podcast and then music and then an audible book while I'm doing my homework and while I'm studying and stuff. So I'm bouncing in between depending on how I feel. Like, do I want to listen to my old school music? And so I was listening to, I don't even remember what song it was, but it was like a Amanda Perez album. I don't know if y'all remember Amanda Perez, but that was... I was listening to this album.
Who is Amanda Perez? I have never heard of Amanda Perez. I don't even know. Is that a white, black, or Mexican woman?
I think she's a little bit of both, to be honest.
But you don't know none of her songs that are famous?
Yes. Hey, man. Duh. There she is.
Never heard her.
There she go. She was more of an early 2000s, but her song, Angel, send me an angel from the heavens above, send me an angel to heal my broken heart from being in love.
Yeah, I don't know that one. Okay, well, so we
that's my jam.
So for the next 6 weeks, we will listen to our favorite album, and then so every week we'll have a topic to talk about. Okay,
yes.
That's good. So with that being said, look, we're going into another segment of Coach's Playbook.
Let's
finish the song. No, it's called Coach's Playbook. Finish the play, aka lyrics.
Okay.
So you gotta give me the artist's name and song, and you gotta finish the lyrics of it.
This ain't fair because I don't be knowing their names.
All right.
So I gotta get the name of the song too.
The name of the song and the artist's name, and you gotta finish the lyrics. So you gotta at least finish a sentence of the song. Okay?
Wow.
So the first one is gonna be easy for you.
Okay.
When I was young, me and my mama had beef. 17 years old.
Kicked out on the street. So back at the time, I never thought I'd see a face. Ain't a woman alive that could take my mama's place.
So I gave you one. So who
go home?
Who seen that?
A fool with the big boys breaking all the rules. Tupac, Dear Mama. That was my jam. I don't even like her though.
All right. You don't like her though. But okay, you got that one. Ding, ding, ding. That was a good one. All right. So this one, the next one. Man, I'm thrown, and I thought, man, I'm thrown, and I don't know what to do.
Man, I'm thrown, and I don't know what to do. What? Man, I'm thrown. What?
Man, I'm thrown, and I don't know what to do.
That don't even sound like it's giving Usher, but I'm, it is giving Usher.
Man, I'm thrown, and I don't know what to do.
What?
Man, I'm thrown and I don't know what to do.
What's comes before that?
I only got that part right now.
What? Yeah, what you mean?
Man, I'm thrown and I just don't know what to do. I guess I gotta give part 2 to my confession.
That was not what? How
That's what he said.
Somebody gonna say, "Man, I'm thrown."
That's why I call guess the lyrics.
But that was them lyrics started right. It's supposed to play the first. It's supposed to play the. You're supposed to have the first half, and then you cheating.
Nope. Okay,
I was like, "Man, I'm thrown." What to do?
Then I should have did this.
I knew it was Usher, but I knew it was Usher, so I should get half of a point for Usher.
So I should give you this one, second one, so you build your momentum up. All right.
I got momentum.
My main focus is to come up with a
bag. And I ain't on top of none of that. Wait a minute.
You don't know the words, though. But you got
Anaya
half.
Lamise back.
You got half of it.
Like what? I don't know.
Okay, let's see if you gonna get this one. If it ain't quarter mil, F the whip.
If it ain't a quarter mil, F the whip. Ooh.
I don't want it
I don't want it if it
about to make these sick.
Hold on.
Oh, I got you with this one.
Hold on. Wait a
And you
minute.
know this song. If it ain't a quarter mil, F the whip. I don't want it about to make these sick.
If it ain't oh no, I know the song.
You know this song.
Give me a hint.
You
Just
sing
one.
it every morning on your way to work.
No, I don't. I ain't played it in a while. I've been riding to work in silence. Give me one more hint. That wasn't a hint though.
Okay. If it ain't a quarter mil, F the whip. I don't want it about to make these niggas sick to their stomach. Everybody mad. Get to the buddy.
Oh,
Everybody. I said you say that was the easiest hint.
I don't know the verse. I know the chorus.
It
though.
went right to the chorus.
I only know the chorus.
All right.
Shoot, we know certain songs. Okay,
My
hold on.
computer dying. Hold on. We got 7% left. I gotta figure out this ain't charging it fast. It's burning the energy. All right. Okay, this one. Let's see if you're gonna get this one. Never know when you might walk by, so I gotta.
You know when you might walk by, be right on time when I see you.
When I see you.
Fantasia. When I see you. I think that's the
All
name
right.
of the song.
Yeah,
Fantasia.
You got that one. You got 2 out of 3. 2 out of 4 so far. All right.
Okay.
Now this is the last one. Let's see if you get this one. Hey yo, you just.
Hey yo, you over there on that radio. No. That's
Hey,
Life Jennings.
Hey yo, you just.
Hold on. You just. Which one is that? I know it's a Life Jennings.
Hey yo, you just.
Wait. Hey yo, you sitting over there. Looking at the hair.
What?
Hold on, wait. No, wait. It's Life Jennings. Hey yo, you. Hey, wait, which hold on, let me think about which one that song start. Which song does that start? In that song. It started a song with dang.
Hey yo, you just.
No, because I don't even think it's you just. I think you got the words
No,
wrong.
it's hey yo, you just flipped on this CD player. I just want to inform you that when you got somebody good, you hold on to.
I know the intro like that.
Must be nice. Oh man,
It must be nice. I know it was Life
Man.
Jennings. I should get credit. That was
You
the
was
artist.
close.
Hey y'all, hey, thank y'all so much for coming out and enjoying our episode 7 of The Kitchen Table. Go ahead and like, comment, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. We appreciate everything you've got. Hey, I forget to look directly at the camera. Sorry guys, thanks for coming out. We appreciate you. Have a great week.